And we're live here in Deutschland, in the heart of the NRV, Dusseldorf. And I just left a supermarket where I've yet again encountered a miserable customer service, but I was not the victim of said customer service. It was a little lady standing in front of me, and I would like to share the experience with you to maybe shed a little light on what I think would be a better approach. And I know you want to say, keep the change, meaning we don't want to change. I get it, but it could make life so much more pleasant if you just adopt this one philosophy, which is you yourself can be made to be more happy by making those around you happy. And right there is the secret to customer service. It's not viewing the customer as an enemy. It's not viewing the customer as an obstruction, someone getting in your way. It's viewing the customer as a human being, much like yourself, out there in the world, looking for a little nut to store for the winter. So this is what happened. This is what went down. I was standing there in line, and this all happened in German. I am in Germany. And I had just finished purchasing her items. And she said, this is a normal banana, not an organic banana. So she wanted to have the appropriate change because she was overcharged for a bio-organic banana. I can understand, you purchase a normal banana, you want to pay for a normal banana. Okay, so right off the bat, she's viewed as a big pain in the butt. Then the cashier takes the banana, and it was like a painful exercise, I guess, because she had to put it down. It was so heavy. Oh, gosh, like that. Can't be bothered by this banana. Even though she is the one who made the mistake by overcharging for the banana. But anyways, people make mistakes. It's okay. It's how we deal with them, and if we have any sort of grace about ourselves, But this particular cashier had none. So she says, okay, 3 cents. I owe you 3 cents. And she made a point of saying this loudly to somehow maybe embarrass or humiliate this customer. 3 cents is what I owe you. That's what you get. That's it. So she pulls out the 3 cents. There you go. And the woman stands there. I want my receipt. I gave you a receipt. You already have it. It's in your hand. Just busting the chops of this customer. Meanwhile, it was the cashier who made the mistake. Mind you, a 3 cent mistake could be considered petty. Maybe it's, silly to even ask for that to be corrected. But nonetheless, if you made a mistake, own it. Grab it, embrace it. I always say, the sooner you embrace your mistake, the sooner you're free of all accusations, finger pointing. You're basically bulletproof. When you own it, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Easy peasy. Were no apologies exchanged at this particular exchange. So, the point is, it looked to me as though the customer was made to be more miserable than she had already been. And the cashier also seemed to be quite miserable through the exchange. Now, the cashier did look for a little acceptance or a little camaraderie by kind of eyeballing those in line to kind of suggest that this silly customer is just full of beans and what a waste of time. Now, I did not give her that satisfaction. No, because I sided with the customer. If a customer is asking a question. If a customer needs help, if a customer is even, say, a pain in the ass, smother them with kindness. Bam! Straight away, right out the gate, jump street. Poof. What can I do for you? How can I help you? How you doing? That's the route I suggest you take, because you're probably going to increase the happiness within that person, and that is something that comes back to you. It comes right on back. You know, you kind of put it out, it comes on back. And I do believe that customer service here in Germany needs a little bit more of the customer's always right attitude. Now, I know in these days, most people think everyone is wrong all the time about everything. And that's fine, but you could just go ahead and bury that thought of yours and swap it out for the thought that maybe you have something you could learn from each and every person you encounter. No matter how blut or dumb or doof they may appear, you might be able to learn something from them, about them, from them, about the world, from them, about you. You might learn something about yourself by setting yourself free from the chains of accusations and finger pointing and being right and confrontation. Just let it go, as Elsa would say. And just go ahead and try to leave those you come in contact with better off for having come in contact with you. And I do believe that's how you're going to go ahead and increase the likelihood that you'll be happy and those around you will be happy. Now, I'm not saying that life's a quest for happiness. I'm just saying that life is tough and we can kind of sprinkle a little bit of joy for consumption. That's all I'm saying. Is just kind of treat those around you like an extension of your family. Because probably, one way or another, they are your family. Everybody, every single person on the planet is like a brother or a sister or a mother or a father or some kind of uncle, aunt, nephew, niece, cousin sort of scenario. You know what I mean? Think about your closest friends. Think about how close you are to your closest friends. Sometimes closer to them than your own family, which proves that every single person could potentially be a family member that you can trust and have confidence in. And I think the way that you can build that sort of relationship is by viewing these people as worthy of kindness, appreciation. Have gratitude that they would even grace your presence. No matter how big and doofy they appear, they do have a heart. And deep down in that heart is a little voice saying, love one another. Sometimes that voice gets drowned out by all of the confusion of modern day life. But trust me, deep down inside each and every one of us, it's just like a little kid running around aimlessly, looking for attention and wanting to be loved. Feed it, satisfy it, make the world around you a better place. Smile. You know what I'm saying? Because I have altogether too often encountered customer service, which more or less reminds me of being at a checkpoint or TSA at the airport. It ought not to be that way. It ought to be a little bit more smooth, you know what I mean? Now, I know that things are established, traditions and customs, and maybe it's not important for, say, the profit line to be, maybe it's not important for the business, so to speak, to be, to treat the customer so well. But it's important for you. And you know what? You may not be your own boss. You might be working for someone else, but you're the boss of your life. You're there voluntarily. You are you. And while you're being you, whether you're standing at a checkout line or stocking a shelf, whatever, remember that the things you do actually affect you as well as the person you're talking to. You can't just have this rough exterior as though nothing bothers you, because it's just not how it works. You gotta love, and if you don't, then how could you even be loved? Be likable, get liked. Be lovable, get loved. And those at the checkout line, you know, you may not want to spend the rest of your lives with them, but your life only exists in the present. So, for what it's worth, even if it's just a momentary exchange, it's your whole life in front of you with that person who's asking for the 3 cents back from their banana purchase. Now, that may have been a long-winded story about a banana, but bananas are deserving of our attention. And when you scan them incorrectly, say, "I'm sorry, one moment, please." Oh, it's only 3 cents, but my mistake. Don't spend it all in one place. That's it for now, folks. Bananarama. Have a great time. Banana in the tailpipe. And I'll check you out later. I'm going to put the groceries away. I actually did buy some organic bananas. I didn't check the receipt. So I'm just going to have to accept that I paid either the appropriate amount, too much, or too little. And I'm going to hope and wish and pray that you go a little bit bananas today. Ciao for now.